Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Monday, May the 1st. We have two NBA games tonight, and we do have the start of a new series tonight. We got the Celtics and the Sixers kicking off their series. We got game one of that one, and then we have game two of the Suns and Nuggets series. So, little two-game slate for Monday night. I got two player props I do like for tonight, guys. I got a play from each game, so we're going to talk through the two plays that I do like for tonight. But before we do get started, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. If you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you have never checked them out before, you can actually sign up and use my promo code NOAH. If you do look at the bottom of the screen, when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. So be sure to check out Prizepicks. If you guys have not yet, use that code. When you sign up, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And I know I didn't make any videos over the weekend, guys. I was a little bit busy over the weekend. Also, like I think on Saturday, we only had like one game on Saturday. So just felt like, it was a good time to maybe, just kind of take some time off for a little bit. But we'll still recap our plays that we gave out on Friday. That was the last time I made a video. We did give out two picks on Friday. We were on a nice little winning streak heading into Friday. We had cashed 3 slates in a row. Unfortunately, that came to an end on Friday night because we gave out 2 picks Friday night. One of them hit, but one of them didn't. We did hit the over on Malik Monk's fantasy score. He had a really big game Friday night for the Kings, but unfortunately, we also took the over on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s fantasy score. And you guys saw what happened Friday. The Grizzlies got absolutely destroyed. They lost by 40. It was a massive blowout. Pretty much everyone on Memphis was a disappointment. If you took any overs on the Grizzlies in that game, you probably left empty-handed. I mean, I don't think any overs cashed for Memphis. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a horrible game. He did kind of get going a little bit in the second half, but it was just ran out of time. It was a blowout. He got subbed out early. I mean, he probably wasn't going to hit anyway. So really tough to lose that one. Obviously I would have liked to have kept that winning streak going after Friday night, but we're still, last 4 slates, we're still, 7-1 on our last 8 picks that we've given out, on this YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys have been tailing lately and making some money. Again, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if you do want more Prizepicks plays from me, I do provide those over on Patreon. I give a full write-up for each additional play I give out on Patreon. I give out a few MLB plays over there and some NBA, additional NBA plays as well. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Linked down below in the description. But let's go ahead and talk through the 2 picks that I do like for this Monday slate. We're going to start off in the points prop category. Got a points prop I'm liking in this Sixers-Celtics game. And I want to talk about Tobias Harris's points prop. Sits at 16.5 on Prizepicks. And I like the over here for Tobias Harris. The big news that we obviously have to mention right now is that Joel Embiid is doubtful for this game against the Celtics. He's not expected to play. Keep an eye on this. We have seen before, we have seen in the playoffs, guys they'll be doubtful and then they'll wind up playing. Obviously, with it being the playoffs, guys are going to try and do whatever they can to be on the floor. But all reports are indicating Embiid's not going to be ready to play this game. Woj tweeted out that he was officially listed doubtful. So pretty much all the books, obviously you see where the lines are at right now. All the books are expecting Embiid to be out. I think everyone's expecting Embiid to be out. And if you look at numbers this season without Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris has been a really big beneficiary. He's played 15 games this season when you count the playoffs. Their last game against Brooklyn, that was a game without Joel Embiid, so we will count that game. 15 total games this season, regular season and playoffs, that Tobias Harris has played without Joel Embiid. He's averaging 19.2 points per game in those 15 games. Of the 15 games he's played, he's gone over this points prop, so he's had at least 17 points in 10 out of the 15 games without Embiid. And if you look at a lot of the games where Tobias Harris did not get to 15 points, I mean, he was right there. Like, he had 3 games this season where he finished with 16 points, so he lost by the hook. 2 of those games, or one of those games, he played very few minutes. Like, he played, let's see, where is it? It was against Denver. He played just 28 minutes against Denver. There was also a game against Detroit. He played just 27 minutes, had 12 points. And then I think there was another game where he went under, against Toronto. He played just he's played 28 minutes, had 13 points. So a lot of the games this season that Tobias Harris has played without Embiid, where he has gone under this points prop, he's played not really full minutes. 28 minutes against Toronto. He played, 27 against Detroit, 28 against Denver. Of the games this season without Embiid, the games where he's played full minutes, so let's say 35 plus minutes, he's gone over this line in all those games. 39 minutes against Indiana, 19 points. 38 minutes against the Bulls, 22 points. He played, let's see, against the Knicks, he played 37 minutes, had 23 points. Against the Hornets, he played 37 minutes, had 19 points. Against Orlando, played 35 minutes, had 23 points. And then against Miami, 35 minutes, 18 points. So pretty much when he's played 35 plus minutes in the games without Embiid this season, he has gone over this points prop in every single one of those games. And we did see in their last game, that playoff game against Brooklyn, that Embiid missed. Tobias Harris in that game did play 37 minutes, and he wound up scoring 25 points in that one. It was their most recent game on April 22nd. But clearly Tobias Harris gets a nice boost without Embiid. Obviously, taking Embiid off the floor is really big because Embiid's a very high-usage player. The Sixers can run their offense through Embiid. He's a very aggressive player. He takes a lot of shots. He's ball-dominant. When you take him off the floor, it just allows for these other guys to get more opportunity. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and Tobias Harris. And again, you look at his games without Embiid this season, he's been really good. His scoring has seen a big boost in those games. And if you do look at this season per 36-wise, his per 36 stats, he is averaging, Tobias Harris, 16 points per 36 this season. And the minutes he's played without Joel Embiid, that number rises to about 20 points per 36. So again, if we're getting 35, 36 minutes from Tobias Harris here, which we obviously should in a playoff game, he's been playing about 35, 36 minutes per game in the postseason so far. Maybe they up his minutes even more without Joel Embiid just because they need more offense. We can maybe get like 39, 40 minutes from Tobias Harris here. But he does get a big boost without Joel Embiid. I know the matchup against Boston is not great, but Harris should see a scoring boost here, should get more usage, more shot attempts, and they're going to need offense. I mean, you look at this Sixers team without Embiid, it's going to be a lot of Harden, a lot of Maxey, a lot of Harris, and nobody else. I mean, PJ Tucker is a very low usage player. Paul Reed is just going to set screens and do like running dunks. He's not really a guy that's going to create his own offense. Georges Niang off the bench is just going to shoot threes. Jalen McDaniels doesn't really create his own offense. DeAnthony Melton just is out there to shoot threes. These are the few guys, these three guys you see right here. These are the three guys that are going to be creating their own offense, taking a lot of the shots for the Sixers. And Tobias Harris specifically, I think will have a pretty big role here, big usage, big minutes. Hopefully the Celtics do keep this game close. It does have some blowout risk. Right now the spread in this game is 10.5, but we've seen even in the playoffs, if it's a 15-point game with 5 minutes left, usually the starters are going to be out there. Starters usually don't get subbed out to the final few minutes in the playoffs. It's not like the regular season where if it's a 20-point game heading into the fourth quarter, you might not see starters touch the floor again. That usually doesn't happen in the playoffs. Guys are going to play till the final few minutes. So wouldn't worry too much about blowout. Hopefully Philly can just keep it somewhat competitive. If they do, Harris should play full minutes. And again, I like his chances of scoring 17 points here. So Tobias Harris, more than 16.5 points will be our first play for today. And then the other play that I like is a fantasy score prop. And I want to talk about Kevin Durant's fantasy score prop of 48.5. I know it's a pretty high number, but it's warranted. And I do like the over here for Kevin Durant. We've seen Kevin Durant play massive minutes so far in the playoffs. You look at that series against the Clippers, his minutes were absolutely massive. He played 45 minutes in Game 1, 44 minutes in Game 2, 42 minutes in Game 3, 45 minutes in Game 4, and then 44 minutes in Game 5. So in their 5 games against the Clippers, he played at least 42 minutes in every single game. Now, last game against Denver, obviously that was a game that the Suns lost. Durant did only play 36 minutes in that game. He did get subbed out a little bit early because that game was a blowout. I probably should have pulled up the rotation to see when he got subbed out. Let me pull that up real quick. So last game, it looks like Durant subbed out with about, let's see. So he subbed out with 5 minutes left. So he was on pace to play about 41 minutes last game had the game been competitive. He did get subbed out early. So we can expect huge minutes for Durant here. Obviously, since the Suns are already down a game in the series, they really needed to win this one. Going down 0-2 is not the start they want to the Western Conference semifinals. So expect the Suns to treat this game very seriously, play their guys really big minutes. They've been running a super tight rotation. They've been playing their main guys, specifically Durant and KD, massive minutes. KD's been averaging over 40 minutes per game in the postseason so far. He would have played over 40 minutes last game had the game been competitive. I don't think Denver is going to blow him out again. Denver's a good team, but I think the Suns team is also very good as well. I would expect this game to be competitive. Right now the spread is only 4.5, so we should get a close game here. We should get over 40 minutes from Kevin Durant. And you look at so far this season, since he's been with the Suns, Kevin Durant has averaged about 1.22 fantasy points per minute. So far in the playoffs, he's averaged right around that number, 1.18. So let's just say we project Durant for about 1.2 fantasy points per minute, and we project him to play 40 minutes. Those two numbers combined, 1.2 times 40, would be 48 fantasy score, which is about where this line is. But then you got to think, there's been games this season where Durant's played like 44, 45 minutes. I feel like 40 minutes is almost like a floor for him. Like worst case scenario, he's playing 40 minutes. If the game's really competitive and down to the wire, you could see him get like 44, 45 minutes. And even last game, even with him getting subbed out 5 minutes early, he did still go over this fantasy score line. He put up 52.3 fantasy points in 36 minutes played. So far in the playoffs, I believe Durant's gone over this line in, I think, 4 out of 6 games. 4 out of 6 games he's over this line so far in the postseason. The 2 games he went under, you see him right there. He had 42.7 and 43.7, so just a few points short. I would expect really, really big minutes here for KD. I'd expect really big usage. And KD is one of these guys that can do everything when he's on the floor. Last game, he grabbed, 11 or 14 rebounds last game. He only got 1 assist last game, which is definitely a little bit unlike him. Normally, we can expect Durant to get like 4 or 5 assists. So that was really weird to see, only 1 assist, but he did get 1 steal, got 3 blocks. KD can get those defensive stats, which do really add up. You do get 3 points for every block and steal. There's just a lot of ways for him to get fantasy points, whether it be from scoring, rebounding, getting assists, getting those steals and blocks. He can do it all when he's on the floor. And if he's going to play 43, 44, 45 minutes, I would bank on him going over 48.5 fantasy score more times than not when he's playing that many minutes. So that's the other play that I do like for today is Kevin Durant more than 48.5 fantasy score. These are 2 early props I do like for this Monday NBA slate, guys. I am recording this video on Sunday night, so these are kind of some first look plays. But I will be taking a look at the board again on Monday. I'll try and find at least 1 or 2 more plays I can give you guys. I'll share those over on Patreon. I'll probably give out a couple MLB plays as well over on Patreon. So if you guys want to check out all the Prizepicks plays I'm on each day, the entries that I'm playing, I do share those on Patreon, linked down below in the description. But I appreciate you guys watching the video. As always, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Go check out Prizepicks as well. If you guys are not signed up for Prizepicks yet, you can sign up and use my promo code Noah. You will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But best of luck tonight, guys. Thanks for watching the video. As always, supporting the content. Hopefully, we can win some money tonight, and I will see you guys in the next video.